So today's class topic will be on acetylcholine drug. Okay, so this is also a cholinergic medicine, and this is the last topic for the unit that we are doing. And from next class, I will start with another unit that is on cardiovascular drugs. Okay, so this is the last topic for the neuromuscular or the neurological drugs. Okay, so let us see first, because acetylcholine comes under the category of cholinergic agents. Okay, so choline, what is cholinergic? What is the definition of cholinergic? First of all, choline. Okay, choline, as you can say, choline from the first word only, choline, which is related to cholinergic. Okay, so choline in cholinergic refers to acetylcholine. Okay, so whenever you see this word acetylcholine, okay, so just remember choline comes from the word of cholinergic. Okay, so acetylcholine, which also refers to as choline and cholinergic, it is a neurotransmitter of cholinergic neuron, which is present in the parasympathetic nervous system. Okay, so what does a neurotransmitter do? Neurotransmitter क्या करते हैं? It helps in transferring the signal from one neuron to another neuron. Okay, so that is how we are getting the message from the target point to the central nervous system, and also from the central nervous system back to the target point. Okay, so so this acetylcholine, basically it is a neurotransmitter. Okay, it falls under the category of cholinergic neuron, which is present in the parasympathetic nervous system. So we know that parasympathetic nervous system is basically responsible for the contraction of the smooth muscles. ठीक है, हमारी जो blood vessels है वो dilate हो जाते हैं. Secretions, whatever secretions coming from our body, also that also is one of the functions for the parasympathetic nervous system, and also our heart rate. Okay, so the process of, or the function of the heart. Okay, so that also is one of the important function for the parasympathetic nervous system. Okay, so this acetylcholine is a very important medicine, or very important drug that we give to the patient. Basically, it is a neurotransmitter. Okay, so acetylcholine is a neurotransmitter for post-ganglionic nerves in the sympathetic nervous system. That is the the sweat glands, okay, the blood vessels, and the adrenal medulla. Okay, so acetylcholine not only is function in the parasympathetic nervous system, but also in the sympathetic nervous system. Okay, so in sympathetic nervous system, it has a connection with the sweat glands, with the blood vessels, and the adrenal medulla. Okay, so is this clear with the cholinergic?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'll move on to the next slide. Okay, so our main focus for today is basically on acetylcholine. Okay, so acetylcholine, the chemical name for acetylcholine is 2-acetoxy dash N, N dash trimethyl thanaminium. Okay, so this is the chemical name. So we are not focusing on chemical name, but we are basically focusing on the acetylcholine. Okay, so the abbreviation, or you can say the short form, or the recognized name, that is ACH, capital A, capital C, and small h. Okay, so we can write acetylcholine as capital A, capital C, and small h. What are the sources from where we can get acetylcholine? Okay, it is just a neurotransmitter, so there should be a source, or there should be a point where acetylcholine is produced. Okay, so acetylcholine, the sources are motor neurons, from the parasympathetic nervous system, and from the brain. Okay, what are the targets? Okay, what is this acetylcholine? What are the parts where it has an action on, or what are the target areas, okay, of acetylcholine? So number one is the skeletal muscles. Okay, so I told you that it helps in contracting the smooth muscles. So it has a function with the skeletal muscles. Then with the brain, that is, it helps in transmitting the signals from one neuron to another neuron, and also many other organs. Then what are the receptors? Okay, what are the receptors for acetylcholine? Number one is nicotinic and muscarinic. So there are two receptors of acetylcholine. Okay, one is called nicotinic and the other is muscarinic. What are the agonists? Agonist का मतलब है supporting. Okay, it helps in supporting the acetylcholine, or it supports the action of acetylcholine. So the agonists are nicotine, muscarine, and cholinesterase inhibitors. Okay, so these are the three, you can say, the support system for acetylcholine. Then antagonist. Antagonist means something which is opposite to acetylcholine. Okay, so what are the actions or what are the medicines that has a total action, opposite action of acetylcholine? They are, one is called tubocuranine and the other is atropine. So you must have heard atropine injection in the hospital. ठीक है, एक atropine medicine आते हैं, that is just the opposite of acetylcholine. Okay, whatever action acetylcholine has, atropine is just the opposite. Okay, so that is called the antagonist. Then there is a precursor. Precursor means what are the leading system? Okay, what are the leading functions? That is the choline and the acetyl coenzyme. Okay, then what are the synthesizing enzymes that helps in the formation of acetylcholine? Number one is the other, it is called as choline acetyl transferase. So this is an enzyme. Choline acetyl transferase is basically an enzyme which helps in formation of acetylcholine. Everyone please mute. Okay. Then coming to the acetylcholine. So what is the definition of acetyl? So I have shown you about just a summary of acetylcholine. Okay, what is the chemical name of acetylcholine? What is the abbreviation? What are the sources from where we can get acetylcholine neurotransmitter? What are the target points? Okay, what are the target areas that acetylcholine acts? Then what are the receptors? Okay, what are the supporting system of acetylcholine? What are the medications that are totally opposite to acetylcholine? Okay, then what are the precursors? Okay, what is the enzyme that helps in the formation of acetylcholine, or it breaks down the acetylcholine, and what are the metabolizing enzyme? Okay, so this is just a summary, or is just a gist about acetylcholine. So let us see more details about the acetylcholine. So acetylcholine is an organic chemical that functions in the brain and body of many type of animals. Okay, and even in humans. Okay, so not only in humans, but even in animals also there is acetylcholine. Okay, so number two is acetylcholine. Like I told you that it is a neurotransmitter. Okay, it is a chemical which is released by the nerve cells to send signals to the other cells. So neurotransmitter का क्या काम है कि it helps in transferring the signal from one point to another point. Okay, so whatever signals we are getting from a target point, that signal will go to the brain, and the brain will do the function, and then from the brain also we will get the message and it will send back to the target point. So that is a function of the neurotransmitter. Okay, and acetylcholine is a neurotransmitter. Then it is also used as a neurotransmitter in the autonomic nervous system. Then its name is derived from its chemical structure. Okay, it is ester, acetic acid, and choline. So I've told you that the chemical name, okay, it's a very long name. So it is called as 2-acetoxy dash N, 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 trimethyl thanamine. Okay, so this is a chemical name of acetylcholine. Okay, and the structure, it is ester, acetic acid, and choline. So this is about the acetylcholine. So is this clear till here? Any doubts, any issues you have? Please let me know. Okay, so there is silence. Students, is there any doubt?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So I'll show you about the synthesis of acetylcholine. Okay, how acetylcholine is being made from the sources and how it is being, how what is the function. So first of all, you can see, okay, so basically this is a axon terminal, okay, and first of all, you can see here point number 1, okay, acetylcholine abbreviation or the short form also known, it is also called as A, capital C and small h. Okay, so acetylcholine is made from choline and acetyl. Okay, so this is the chemical structure. Okay, so you can see here this is acetyl, okay, and there is ester also. Okay, so from here only you can see here point number 1. Okay, so here because of from the choline and the acetyl, therefore we are getting the acetylcholine. Okay, then point number 2. Okay, so you can see here. So in the synaptic cleft, ACH or acetylcholine is rapidly broken down by the enzyme which is called as acetylcholinesterase. Okay, so here there is an enzyme which is called as acetylcholinesterase, which we can see here. It is capital A, capital C, small h, and capital E. Okay, so E, uh, this is the enzyme. Okay, so because of this enzyme, which ACH hai, which is being produced, okay, in the axon terminal. Okay, so that acetylcholine is broken down. Okay, it is broken down because of the enzyme. Okay, and number 3, choline is transported back into the axon terminal and it is used to make more of ACH. Okay, so what happened is, first of all, acetyl and choline, okay, they are producing or they are making the acetylcholine uh, neurotransmitter. Okay, so once the acetylcholine transmitter is being produced or it is being made, okay, so what happens is this enzyme, it breaks it down into further uh, further particles. Okay, so when this enzyme is breaking the acetylcholine into choline and acetate, तो वो जो choline part है, okay, that choline is transported back into the axon. ठीक है, वो वापस axon में चले जाते हैं and it will help to produce more of acetylcholine. Okay, so this is how we are getting the acetylcholine and how it breaks down into choline and acetate. Okay, so you can see here the points, the green points. First, number 1, this is where the acetylcholine is being made. Okay, so acetyl, you can see here acetyl and choline, okay, together they are making the acetylcholine, ACH. And then from here, the acetylcholine, the enzyme, it breaks it down into two parts, that is choline and acetate. Then this choline will go back into the axon terminal and there only it will produce more of this choline will produce more of acetylcholine. Okay, so this is like a cycle. Okay. Then coming to the distribution. So tissue distribution of acetylcholine is very broad. Okay, so this because acetylcholine is a neurotransmitter. Okay, it's an organic chemical. Therefore, it is being distributed in many tissues of the body. So first of all, in the central nervous system. Okay, so in the central nervous system, it is being distributed in the brain, okay, in the spinal cord, and in the nerves. Okay, it can be spinal nerves or it can be cranial nerves. Then number 2, in the vegetative nervous system, that is in the sympathetic and parasympathetic ganglia and in the parasympathetic termination. Okay, so these are the areas where acetylcholine will be distributed. Then also in presynaptic termination of neuromuscular junction, that is a connection, or it is a point where the neuron and the muscles are joined. Okay, so it is a point. This presynaptic termination, okay, this is a point where there is a connection between the neurons and there is a connection between the muscles. Okay, so there also the acetylcholine is being distributed, or it is being present. Okay, so these are the distributions of acetylcholine, or the areas where acetylcholine is being distributed, or it is being present. Okay, so remember 3 points. Number 1, in the CNS, okay, in the central nervous system, that is in the brain, in the spinal cord, and the nerves. Number 2 is in the vegetative nervous system, that is in the sympathetic and parasympathetic ganglia, and also the parasympathetic terminations. Okay, the endpoints of some parasympathetic nervous system. And also in the third, it is also present in the presynaptic termination, matlab in the junction between the neurons and the muscles. Okay, so this is the regarding the distribution of acetylcholine. So is this clear till here regarding the 3 areas where it is being distributed? किसी को doubt है? Okay, so I will. Hello. Yes, Saloni. You want to say something?
मैम सेकंड वाला पॉइंट एक बार फिर से बता दीजिए.
Second वाला point. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Vegetative nervous system.
Okay. So this acetylcholine, it is also present. Okay, so not only in the brain. Okay, not only in the nerves. Okay, but it's also present in the sympathetic nervous system. Sympathetic nervous system. It is a part of the autonomic nervous system. Okay, so we know that we call it as the there is a PNS also, parasympathetic nervous system. Okay, so these are basically they are a part of the the nervous system, and in in the ganglia. Okay, wait, let me tell you about the sympathetic ganglia. Okay, first I will tell you about the sympathetic ganglia. Okay, so sympathetic ganglia, these are the ganglia of the sympathetic nervous system. Okay, there are 20,000 to 3,000 afferent and efferent nerve cells. Okay, so in the sympathetic ganglia, okay, there is acetylcholine. Okay, acetylcholine हमें पता है कि it is a neurotransmitter. Okay, so what does it do? This acetylcholine in the sympathetic ganglia, okay, जहाँ वो there are afferent and efferent nerve cells. Okay, so this acetylcholine will help in transmitting the signal. Okay, मान लो there is a somebody pinched you in your finger. Okay, so when somebody pinches you or somebody hits you in your finger or in your hands, ठीक है, वहाँ से signal जाते हैं. ठीक है, there is a signal from there. It goes into the central nervous system. Okay, how that message is going from the finger to the brain or to the spinal cord, that is because of the ganglia. Okay, because of the afferent and efferent nerve cells. So in efferent and afferent nerve cells, there are acetylcholine. Okay, this chemical acetylcholine is present there. Okay, so that is in the sympathetic ganglia. So is this clear about sympathetic ganglia?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then coming to the parasympathetic ganglia. Okay, so parasympathetic ganglia, these are the you can say the nerve cells which are providing to different parts of the body. Okay, for example, our parotid glands. Okay, or जो हमारी submandibular glands and sublingual glands, where it helps in secretions. Okay, that is why we have secretions in our mouth. Then also these are the afferent and efferent nerve cells which are present in the lacrimal glands. Okay, lacrimal glands, हमारी जो ciliary muscles in the eyes. Okay, so there are those nerve cells, afferent and efferent nerve cells. उसके अंदर acetylcholine chemicals है. Okay, so that is in parasympathetic ganglion. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So just remember that in vegetative nervous system, it is acetylcholine is present in sympathetic ganglia and parasympathetic ganglia. Okay, regarding with the afferent and efferent nerve cells. That is why it helps in transmitting the signal from the target point to the CNS and from the CNS back to the target point. And also it is also present in the parasympathetic termination. Terminations is basically the end points. Okay, the end points of the parasympathetic nervous system. Okay, and also the third point is it is present in the presynaptic termination of neuromuscular junction. That is the junction between or the point where there is a connection between हमारी जो neurons है and muscles. Okay, so that point is called the neuromuscular junction. Okay, so in that area also there is acetylcholine. Okay, these are the areas where acetylcholine is distributed. So anyone has any doubts still here? Okay, so I will move on to the next slide. So acetylcholine, okay, so in the definition also I have said that it is a neurotransmitter. Okay, so acetylcholine is a transmitter of the parasympathetic autonomic nervous system and of the sympathetic ganglion. So acetylcholine is not only present in parasympathetic nervous system, okay, but it is also present in the sympathetic nervous system. Okay. Then stimulation of the parasympathetic nervous system produces effects that are broadly opposite to those of sympathetic system. Okay, so acetylcholine has a responsibility in like slowing of the heart rate, ठीक है, bronchoconstriction, हमारी bronchioles में constrictions हो जाते हैं. Then it also has an important function with the stimulation of intestinal smooth muscles. Then acetylcholine also acts at the neuromuscular junction. So like I said that acetylcholine is also present in the junction or in the point between the neuron and the muscles. Okay, so it also acts at the neuromuscular junction. Then acetylcholine may be involved in learning and memory as neurons containing this transmitter also exist in the brain. Okay, so acetylcholine is also responsible for memory. Okay, so have you heard about Alzheimer disease? कभी सुना है Alzheimer disease के बारे में?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, so in Alzheimer disease, what happens is patients have memory loss. Okay, they are not able to remember things. Okay, so in Alzheimer disease, में क्या होता है? It is a disease condition of the it is a neurological disorder. Okay, where there is less acetylcholine. ठीक है, ये जो acetylcholine का जो production है, it is very less. So because of that, patient जो memory है या patients जो learning abilities है, thinking abilities, memory, reasoning, these all are affected. Okay, so it is because of low acetylcholine. Okay, so acetylcholine is a very important neurotransmitter when it has a connection with our memory, with our learning ability, with our thinking, with our reasoning. Okay, so that is why such patients they need acetylcholine injections. Okay, so remember this. Okay, acetylcholine is a very important neurotransmitter because it has an action in our autonomic, in our parasympathetic nervous system, also in our sympathetic nervous system. Then number two, it acts in the neuromuscular junction. It has a connect. It is present in that area where there is a point between the neurons and the muscles. And number 3, it has a very important action with our learning. Okay, it has a very important point with our memory also. Okay, so if acetylcholine is very less, then our thinking ability, our memory will be reduced. Okay, so patient will not be able to remember anything, and they'll have confusion. Okay, they will not be able to remember things. Okay, so this is about acetylcholine. So is this clear with the functions of the acetylcholine?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what are the indications? Okay, so when we should give acetylcholine. So first of all, like I said, in Alzheimer disease, okay, in Alzheimer disease, में patients okay, basically it's a progressive disease where our memory is being destroyed. Okay, memory is very low, thinking ability is very low. Why? Because of less acetylcholine. Okay, acetylcholine it is very low, and also we can give in myasthenia gravis. Okay, so my one second. Myasthenia gravis, basically it is a autoimmune disease condition, okay, where there is weakness in our muscles. Okay, there is weakness, there is fatigue. Okay, and what happens is patient becomes weak. Okay, so they tend not to do any activity, इनकी daily living activities भी disrupt हो जाते हैं या disturbed हो जाते हैं. So they are not able to do anything. Why? Because of their weakness. Okay, the muscles are very weak. Okay, and this is because of because of some other you can see some other causes. Okay, and so in this condition we can give acetylcholine. Okay, so in myasthenia gravis, where there is muscle weakness, fatigue, okay, so we can give acetylcholine. It will help because it has an action in the neuromuscular junction. Then number 2, we can give in glaucoma. Okay, in glaucoma, it is an eye disorder where there is increased intraocular pressure. Okay, so in this condition also we can give acetylcholine injection. Then Alzheimer disease. Okay, so like I said that in Alzheimer disease acetylcholine बहुत ही कम है, उसका level उसका जो content है, जो production है वो बहुत ही कम है. So that is why we need to give more of injection acetylcholine. Then what are the contraindication when we should not give acetylcholine? Number 1 is bradycardia. Okay, what is bradycardia? Can anyone tell me? You must have heard about this word many times, even in the wards also. Can anyone tell me what is bradycardia?
Ma'am, when heartbeat is lesser than 60 beats per minute.
Yes. Okay, so basically the heart rate, है ना? So if when the heart rate is very low, so that condition we call it as bradycardia. When heart rate is very fast, that is we call it as tachycardia. Okay, so if patient is suffering from low heart rate or less heart rate, or we call it as bradycardia, then we should not give acetylcholine. Okay, because acetylcholine, like I told you, one of the function of acetylcholine, it slows the heart rate. Okay, so if we are giving more of acetylcholine injection to the patient, तो क्या हो जाते हैं, उसकी heart rate और भी कम होते जा रहे हैं. It will be very very low. So that is why we should not give acetylcholine in bradycardia. Number 2, intestinal obstruction or urinary obstruction. Okay, so like I said, the third function, that it stimulates the intestinal smooth muscles. Okay, so that is why if patient is having any obstruction or any, you can say any disease condition in the intestines, or when there is any obstruction in the urinary system also, okay, then we should not give acetylcholine. And also last, in pregnancy and lactation. Okay, so pregnant ladies also, we have to be very careful when we give acetylcholine. Very cautious होना चाहिए. And lactation. Okay, uh, the mothers, okay, when they are lactating or when they are giving breastfeed to the babies, then उस condition पे भी हमें acetylcholine नहीं देना चाहिए. So these are the indication and contraindication of acetylcholine. Is this clear to everyone? किसी को doubt है?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Then you can see here, okay, so this acetylcholine injection, okay, it comes in the brand name is Myocol-E. Okay, Myocol-E, that is a brand name. Chemical name acetylcholine chloride. Okay, this is intraocular solution. So this we can give in glaucoma. Okay, so it what is the dose? That is 20 mg per 2 ml. Okay, and bracket 10 matlab 20 mg in 2 ml matlab in 1 ml there is 10 mg. Okay, so 10 mg in 1 ml. So it is a sterile solution. Okay, 1:100 with electrolyte dilute. So it is not concentrated, but it is diluted, and this is used for intraocular use. Okay, so if patient is having glaucoma where there is increase in intraocular pressure, then we can give this Myocol-E. Okay, so this is the dose, that is 10 mg in 1 ml. Okay, this is a brand name Myocol-E. Chemical name is acetylcholine chloride. Okay, and it can be used in intraocular. It is an intraocular solution. Okay, we can give in patients suffering from glaucoma. Okay, so is this clear to everyone about acetylcholine? Indication, contraindication, functions of acetylcholine, or you can say the mechanism of action. Okay, then where acetylcholine is being distributed, then what is the synthesis, how acetylcholine is being produced, and how it is being broken, okay, with the help of an enzymes. Then you can say the definition of acetylcholine. Okay, this is a summary of acetylcholine. Okay, what are the target areas? Like I said, what from where we are getting acetylcholine, what are the sources, what is the abbreviation? Okay, then what is a cholinergic? Because acetylcholine is a cholinergic drug only. Okay, so is this clear to everyone about acetylcholine? किसी को doubt है? Please let me know. Anybody has any doubts?